Good morning, dear donkey sisters and brothers, and those who want to join the family. It's 7 a.m. sharp, and Altin Donkey is slightly tired, as you can hear from his voice. And this time he does need to trash talk a lot, because this video will only be a short addendum to the previous one. We will only make our way to Bavaria, and then our adventure will end, and the rest will be in the recap and evaluation video. So, let's start with a very quick question in the day. What's the name, respectively, who gave his name to the airport of Budapest? That's the first question of today. And then Altin Donkey wishes us a safe travel, and on the way he will give a statement, how was the situation, and follow me to the airport, dear donkey sisters, brothers, and those who want to join the family. Time for the last recheck.
Ich bin Altin, der Esel, Altin, der Esel, Altin, 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 der Esel. Ich bin Altin, der Esel, Altin, der Esel, Altin, 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 der Esel. I am Altin, the donkey, Altin, the donkey, Altin, 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 the donkey. Vajok Altin Asamar, Altin Asamar, Altin, Altin, Altin Asamar.
A very short update from my side. From Skycourt Lounge, Budapest Airport. Altin Donkey tried his very best to make his way straight to the airport, but unfortunately, somehow the station where he stopped on arrival was not the station to go back to the airport. Until Altin Donkey could figure out, it took him some time, and then he had to walk a little bit to find another station that was bringing him to the airport, but in the end it worked out, and the security control was super fast, so you could make up time again, and everything went smooth in the end. So now it's about time to, or it's almost about time to board the aircraft, and Altin Donkey will keep you posted on the progress, and you can deal with the second question during the flight time, which would be, what is the name of Nuremberg Airport? By the way, dear Hungarians, in case you change stations for bus stops, please make sure it's not only published in Hello Orban page 3 in Hungarian language, please also inform your tourists. Thank you so much. As there was no convenient time for Altin Donkey to create a small report in Nuremberg, respectively Schwandorf, he will finish now with the third question first of all, which is, in which place the ski jumping tournament takes place from 3rd to 5th of February 2023, and then a short word for the Deutsche Bahn, which was taking Altin Donkey today from Bitterfeld to Hamburg. Bitterfeld is the ugliest and the most disgusting train station in whole Germany. For example, one human creature was even making his big business in front of the door, and Altin Donkey was really disgusted, as he said. But the German Bahn today didn't have any bigger impact on the traveling. Everything went so far so smooth, unexpectedly smooth, unless the connection from Hamburg main station to Ahrensburg, but more words in the evaluation video. And it's about time to clarify the question and finish it off, which is, first question, what's the name of Hungarian airport in Budapest? Is Lischferek. I'll try to write it in this video. And the airport name of Nuremberg Airport is Albrecht Dürer Airport, and the ski jumping competition is in Villingen. Dear donkey sisters and brothers and those who want to join the family, this is it. We finished the adventure and we see, taste and smell each other in the evaluation video. And of course, a very warm regards to our star guest Aziza. And then bye bye. Standing ovation and gospel choirs, dear guys and gays. It's again about time for some entertainment for the elite. No, Altin Donkey did not take a shower with German comedian Julian's blog, but against his expectation, he just had to buy a couple of more condoms than he thought earlier this year. Life is somehow what happens while you're planning different things. To be positive, Aziza. And to be negative, earlier this year we lost a beloved person in our family, which has a significant share in the existing of Altin Donkey and his entertainment for all of us. Therefore, please give a moment of silence for Günter Kracke. Honoring his name, all questions of today will relate to certain Günthers, even though none of them has any relevance compared to Günter Kracke. As always, we have 3 sections. The first one will follow thoughts of transportation and accommodation regarding Edinburgh and Budapest. Yeah, that's still where we are. The second one is about some thoughts about selected traveling highlights, because this time Altin Donkey didn't book any tours. And the third one will relate to soft factors. Yes, even though Altin Donkey still likes at heart dear donkey brotherins and sisterins and all who wants to join the family. Let's go! Let's talk about flights, ladies and gentlemen. Ryanair with hand luggage, check. Even though Altin Donkey was boarding late on a regular basis, usually the flights arrived on time. If you cannot remember the flights, they must have been fine. Anyway, Ryanair is not offering luxury trips, but Altin Donkey got what he paid for. He paid for flights, and in the end he was convinced and even bought Ryanair shares. Furthermore, Altin Donkey keeps in positive memory that Ryanair offered only a moderate penalty for his wrong booking, so he could fix it on an appropriate basis. Another highlight was the dude flying Altin Donkey from Budapest to Nuremberg, first sleeping late, arriving with the passengers, and then telling he was sorry he slept late, and then after a bumpy start he said sorry for the bumpy start, but I wanted to go off. In the end, Ryanair gave a rock solid performance, and Altin Donkey will put 4 out of 5 flight ride cases on them, but these cases are for other flights. With respect to hotels, Altin Donkey had actually an opposite expectation. Point A hotel in Edinburgh was charming, very stylish, and the staff was very helpful and supportive, and even saved Altin Donkey in need of a toilet, even though he already checked out. Despite the missing window, everything was actually very accurate for a trip on a budget, and Altin Donkey will give 4 out of 5 Harry Potter oils for Point A hotel in Edinburgh. The Ibis Hero Square was a little bit anonymous, more or less. The hotel staff wasn't that friendly, also not rude, but also not that friendly. And in the end, it was like a mass product. The room was very standard, the location was okay, but Altin Donkey maybe expected a little bit more for a place in Eastern Europe for that money. So therefore, it's a clear maybe. And 3 out of 5 heroes statues. Alright. Question number 1. Which Günther is the best friend of the Tiger Duck? German TV show. Probably it wasn't even useful to translate this question to English, but yeah. Donkey brothers and sisters and those who want to join the family. Usually this section would handle booked tours. However, since there's none, Altin Donkey will freestyle a little bit. Let's start talking about airport shuttles. Both of them provided a decent service. The frequency of service was acceptable, the buses were clean, and all of them on time. Altin Donkey would like to rate 4 out of 5 donkey ladies. Yeah, I got some of them left. However, Flixbus scored a flat 0 by providing the following maneuver. Scheduling 6 AM, making Altin Donkey wake up very early and then leaving 3 hours late. Furthermore, Altin Donkey would like to point out 5-star Calvin Groove Art Gallery with the organ play, Calton Hill with the amazing view, Saint Stephan Basilica, 5 out of 5 artifacts which might be useful in Age of Empires 2, and also the Gellert Bath, which would get 5 out of 5 very strange couples with thin guys and fat ladies, and last but not least, the Fisherman Bastille. To end this second part, Altin Donkey has another question which is actually not worth translating because it's very German. Which quiz show master in RTL has been compared with a small leak by JGG? Since we're already sitting here, let's talk about some soft factors, starting with language. Scottish English has its charm. It's maybe not as beautiful and lovely as English, but it has a charm. Most especially when the bus driver was trying to tell Altin Donkey which way to go, and he spent probably 3-4 minutes talking. Altin Donkey could only listen to the very nice pronunciation and actually only understood the price. 4.5 out of 5 tongue twisters. Hungarian language is one of the most difficult in the world. To give you an example, according to a German version of the chase, Gulaishi or something means something like goat keeper. However, it's easy to mix with Gulashi. He's the goalkeeper of Leipzig. However, with certain English skill and Eastern German language skill, you can survive. 4 out of 5 tongue twisters. Considering the price ratios, UK is not a cheap place to live. However, you can somehow get through. Even though we could not find a £1 bill, Altin Donkey will provide 2.5 out of 5 bills. Budapest, however, was comparably expensive for a former East country. In comparison to Edinburgh, of course, it was a little cheaper. However, you have to take care what you do. 3 out of 5 bills. Toilets were an issue in both a problem in both cities, and you always had to look for them. Therefore, maximum 2.5 out of 5 Loki. In terms of security, there was no second thoughts at all, and no feeling of insecurity at any point of time. Therefore, 5 out of 5 bodyguards. Regarding food, Scottish cuisine is interesting, but not exactly sportsman's nutrition. We have fried pigeon and barbecued stomach. Well, if you like salty and heavy food, you're in the right place. 4 out of 5 Michelin Man. In Budapest, we have a cuisine paradise with local and international specialties, and langos and goulash well remained in Altin Donkey's mouth. 5 out of 5 goulash machines. Coming to activities, both cities are filling 2 to 3 days only with sightseeing. In Glasgow, maybe it's only 1 day, but the nightlife shall be one of the best in Europe. Altin Donkey cannot say anything about it since he didn't spend any night there. However, 4.5 out of 5 cultural shocks. Talking about vibes, both cities have their own charm. Edinburgh is spreading Harry Potter vibes, while Budapest is a religious melting point and a modern East metropole. 4.5 out of 5 Vogue magazines. Does Altin Donkey need to go again? Maybe 3 out of 5 return points, because Altin Donkey was already seeing a lot. Even though both places are fun, maybe Altin Donkey would like to see something new. In general, lots of fun, lots of culture, great food, traveling on a budget, and even the weather was joining in, giving us a very great time in winter. Therefore, 4.5 out of 5 stars for the traveling. Last question, which Günther was writing the book? Crab Walk. Yeah. So, dear Donkey family, let's close the chapter of Edinburgh and Budapest. Günther Kastenfrosch is the best friend of Tiger Ente or Tiger Duck. Jay Jiggy was rhyming in his song that he was in a short time a small league like Günther Jauch. In German it sounds much better, of course. And the book Crab Walk has been created by Günter Grass. Anyway, there is only one original. Rest in peace, Günter Krake. And bye bye, Donkey family.